coming to a stage near you, an off-Broadway production in the Ozarks called Fully Committed. Chris and Dakota are here to share more. Welcome.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Tell us more about Lakefront Arts. Who can share on that one?
So I'll do it. Since I am Lakefront Arts right now. So it's a theater organization that I'm getting up and running. We're Missouri-based, but we cross the state line quite often.
Okay.
Yeah.
And our first production is going to be in Eureka Springs, and so. We found a little space over there called Main Stage, beautiful little black box space and great people, and we're partnering on several productions that are going to be happening. Our first one is our inaugural show. It's a show called Fully Committed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Tell us more about that. Share a little bit, maybe about the plot, what we can
It's a
expect.
great little show. It's written by a woman named Becky Mode, and like they say with writers, write what you know. She and her college friend Mark Setloff in the late 90s were actually working the reservation lines at one of those impossibly hard to get into Manhattan eateries, and they were just cracking each other up for all the crazy people that would call in trying to ask for the most impossible things in order to be seen at these restaurants.
Sure.
Less about the food, more about the FOMO, kind of aspect of it. And after a while, Becky said, "We're just going to turn this into a show." Mark was an actor. He said, "Well, I'll do all the voices." She said, "Of course you will do all the voices." And it won the Obie Award in the late 90s for Best Off-Broadway Show. And then it was done for years and years and years, and finally it made its way to Broadway in 2016 with Jesse Tyler Ferguson from Modern Family.
Oh, wow, what a
and
great
it's
role.
one actor playing 40 characters in the span of 90 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Dakota.
Dakota, do
That's
you
me.
get that
That
pleasure
is
of
me.
doing that?
I do have the pleasure of doing that, yes.
Oh my gosh. How do you even prepare to play so many characters?
Yeah, a lot of the preparation comes from just like trying to figure out the different types of body movements that you're going to do in the voices. I kind of honed in on voices first because it's easier to differentiate between characters with voices. So Sam is my main character.
Okay.
His, kind of the story you follow is Sam. He's the one that works at the reservation office. And so he's the one that you'll always follow. So he's the character you're always going to see throughout the show. And then as he's answering phones or getting calls from upstairs, he's just falling into all these different voices and all these different characters. You got Carol Ann Rosenstein Fishburne. You got Jean-Claude, the French Maître d'.
Oh.
You've got all these different characters that are just kind of crazy, throwing Sam different loops and different things, trying to get all these reservations and all this stuff. It's a lot of fun, but it's
Wow.
crazy,
Sounds
but it's
like a lot
fun.
of fun. And
How
are you
many
the director?
reservations are you able to confirm?
I'm the director, and I'm also a survivor. I played this role for about 15 years in
Wow.
Colorado, off and on in different productions. So this time around, I thought, you know what? It's a lot more fun to be the director and not have to learn those 50 pages of lines. So I will lay it at Cody's feet.
So how much time have you spent together putting this production on?
Physical time together has been very limited. He
Okay.
lives in Little Rock, and I live in
Okay.
Golden, Missouri, and spend time in Eureka. So we did a lot of our work online using FaceTime.
Yeah.
And sometimes he was just a white blob on the screen, and I would hear and just to make sure everything was going good. But
Yeah.
but we're now up here for this week to get the production up. on it,
For
so.
sure.
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. Cody, what is it like for you? I mean, you're playing so many people. I mean, do you have a favorite character that you get to portray?
I do. Other than Sam, I really like Sam a lot. You know, as the main character, it's kind of he was the one I was able to fall into the most.
Okay.
We're also very similar as people, different in ways as well. But my favorite would have to be Carol Ann Rosenstein Fishburne. She's just that New York show like that. Wants what she wants, and she wants it now, and she will not wait for anybody to give it to her. So she's my favorite. She was the easiest one for me to find. Got a lot of my inspiration from the Coffee Talk lady from Saturday Night Live,
Okay.
stuff like that. So it was really easy to kind of fall in and find that character. So I would think that she was probably definitely my favorite.
Okay, I love
Yes,
that.
it's going to be a fun show. Well, give us the details again on when and where the show is happening, how we can get tickets.
For
and all
sure.
that.
So the little space is called Main Stage Creative Community Center in Eureka Springs. You can go on their website and find out the address. And we open the show this coming Friday, so September the 29th. It's what we call our first night. So it's going to be a pre-show reception. 6:30 we start slinging our food and our drinks just like they do at the restaurant. 7:30 is the show. And then from that point on, we're going to be playing Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 and Sundays at 2 o'clock for only 3 weekends. So it runs until October the 14th.
Okay.
Yeah,
3
there's a
weekends
really
to check it
lovely
out.
story behind this. It's about Sam, an out-of-work actor who's just trying to get through this day in a job from hell, and he's trying to get back to his dad in Indiana, who's recently widowed. He's trying to show up for Christmas, but he has to work on Christmas Eve and Christmas
And get
Day.
those reservations.
Gotta
Yes.
get right in.
Sam.
Yes,
Come
exactly.
on.
I know. I gotta be
Yes.
there.
He's going to get this amazing job at Lincoln Center if he could just get a call back. So there's all of that's going on underneath the craziness, the wackos that are calling in. But
Yeah.
so it's got a real nice heart in at the center of the
Sure.
story.
Well, go check them out. It's going to be a great show, Fully Committed there in Eureka Springs. Thank you both
Yes,
for
thank
joining
Thank y'all.
us.
Thank
so
y'all.
much.
Absolutely.
Y'all send prayers to Dakota as he takes on all these
Please.
characters.
That's right.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all.
We'll be right back.